to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
And I am David Binfield.
And once again, we have a great show for you today. Although I am happy to be back in the studio, but it was so nice to help unstuff the bus.
That was very. You did a great job yesterday. That was cool. That was really
cool to get out and about.
Two buses, right? The second one was just jam-packed. We could have brought a third bus, but we just went ahead and stuffed the second one, right?
It took them about an hour to unload everything.
Wow.
And there were several volunteers, like a dozen.
That's very cool.
So yeah, that's pretty
Thanks,
crazy.
guys. You guys did a great job.
I can't wait till they update us though on how much they got.
Yeah, that'll be very cool.
Okay, so coming up, you got to visit MoCA, the Museum of Contemporary Art.
That's right. That was very, very cool.
That was cool. Look at that in there. Actually, I've not been there yet.
It is beautiful. That's very, very, very neat. And then they like this right here. This is like a local guy too. A local artist that did this. It's really amazing. And then like upstairs they have like kids doing like art camp and things like that. It was a very cool experience.
Well, we can't give it all away just yet.
That's right. You got to check it out.
For that. You also need to stay tuned for Jack's Jams because Daryl Ray is here.
There he is.
To play for us. He is on standby. Thank you so much.
D-A-R-R-E-L-L, Daryl. Let's giddy up because we did some horseback riding on the beach in beautiful Amelia Island. But first, it's time for Say What? Oh.
Yeah, this is a really interesting topic.
This is really kind of weird. All right, so move over, Cocaine Bear, because here comes cocaine sharks and what could be a plot line for the next cheesy marine-themed disaster movie. Scientists think crazed and hungry sharks could be feasting on bales of hallucinatory drugs dumped off the coast of Florida.
But I didn't think.
What?
I didn't know cocaine was considered hallucinatory.
Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess you have to do a bunch of it. I'm not sure. So Tom Hurd, a marine biologist and broadcaster based in England, explores the plausibility of sharks ingesting narcotics in a new television special called Cocaine Sharks, which is part of Disney's annual Shark Week.
Discoveries.
What did I say?
Disney.
Disney.
Definitely not Disney. Discovery. Shark Week was actually last week.
That's such an amazing mess up. I'm so glad that's live. The eye-catching title is an homage to Cocaine Bear. Florida serves as a staging point for large quantities of drugs making their way into the U.S. from South America, and plastic-wrapped bundles of cocaine are often lost at sea or tossed overboard by traffickers being pursued by law enforcement. What is going on? The team focused on the waters around the Florida Keys, as one would. The team hopes Cocaine Sharks raise public awareness of the impact that drugs, including pharmaceuticals, can have on marine life. What is happening on planet Earth?
And then wasn't it Neptune Beach that the seaweed?
Oh yeah, that's right. Bales of weed came to Jack. I don't know. What?
But I'm glad you mentioned pharmaceuticals too, though, because remember when they do like the take back program or whatever for the medicine, like they do say don't dump it.
Yeah, that is actually a real thing. You can't put that stuff in like your toilet or anything like that. It's kind of ridiculous.
So apparently that's a show though. So that's interesting. So that was a long read. You want me to take this?
Yeah, you go ahead.
So American Adventures Month is August. Well, August is American Adventures Month.
We're here.
Can you believe it's August?
I know, it's ridiculous.
You guys. Okay. It encourages Americans to visit the vast landscapes of not just the United States, but also North, South, and Central America. So let's talk about vacations. What has been, let's start with the United States though. What has been your favorite United States vacation?
I think my last, like, I don't know, the favorite one's probably my brother Josh and I went out to Colorado for like 10 days to go visit my buddy Mickey, and the first half of the trip was like super hot, and we're like, oh no, did we pack the wrong stuff? And then all of a sudden it's just like blizzard for the next 5 days. And so it was the juxtaposition of like super hot to wicked cold in just an afternoon was really wild.
That is interesting.
Yeah, we went to Estes Park. It was cool.
I got to go to Colorado.
Yeah, what about you? What about your favorite American trip?
So we used to take a lot of road trips because my husband was Navy and he would deploy a lot. So it was just easier just to do a weekend trip or, you know, maybe 1 week or whatever. But we lived in Washington State at the time. We drove all the way to Paso Robles, California. Paso Robles, I can't remember how to say it. And then, so it's like a little wine country, but more affordable than Napa. And then we did that. We did, you know, the wine tours. Nice. We went to a day spa, like for hours. Like, it was wonderful.
That's amazing.
And then we drove to Vegas a few days after being there.
When Vegas
And then that was my first time in Vegas.
Vegas is Vegas.
This is a long time ago. I don't even remember the year, but it was so fun.
So what about abroad? Well, Western Hemisphere, they're saying.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I haven't ventured out too much. You've traveled way more than I have internationally, but I would say, I mean, my most recent trip, Cancun, was awesome.
Those pictures were fantastic. I think my favorite Western Hemisphere trip outside of the United States would be Costa Rica.
That's somewhere I definitely want to go.
Yeah.
That's my bucket list. That was going to be my next question. What's your bucket list? But tell me about Costa
Yeah,
Rica.
no, it was amazing. So Lena and I actually met her parents for the first time on this trip, and so yeah, it was kind of cool. So we went out there for 10 days and got to do like parasailing, and like we went up to the volcanoes, and we rode horses on a yucca farm. It was.
Wait, you did go parasailing though?
Yeah.
My husband was asking if I wanted to do that when we were in
It was
Mexico,
amazing.
and I said,
oh, it was amazing. And it's not like it is in Key West where they only let you go up 10 feet. These guys had me going up like 300, 400 feet on a rope. It was amazing.
See, I don't know. I'd be a little scared, but that does sound very adventurous. All right, bucket list really quickly.
Yeah, probably
Anywhere.
I want to go to Spain. We were supposed to go to Spain this last trip, and the strike in France prohibited that, so we didn't get to go. Okay. So yeah, Spain.
I definitely would like to do that as well. Australia is one I've said since I was a kid. I just think that would be so cool, but the plane ride just seems so.
And all the critters.
I know. Well, Florida is the Australia of America. So
That's true.
Fine. We're used to it.
I guess we would. I guess you and I would be fine. We'd be like, this is nothing.
But no, but for the U.S., I just thought of this: the Grand Canyon. I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
It's beautiful. You should check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my next trip.
Well, earlier.